special about the class of 2020 that no other class has is that we were the first class where most of the kids were born post 9/11.
Donald Trump was president our entire high school career. This pandemic has truly given us the gift of gratitude for a world of people and experiences that we definitely didn't appreciate enough before.
Sense of respect for what everyone does, like sports and activities. We support everyone like entirely.
Unity. There's been a lot of very specific stuff that's bonded us together as a group, and I think that's something very special and unique to our class.
For our entire lives, we have been at war with countries in the Middle East.
What does it mean to be a senior? It means that we are at the very end of our high school story, and every moment we have needs to be cherished before the next chapter of our lives starts.
Being able to thank teachers and mentors for 4 years of great life lessons, not just academic lessons.
I think if I knew that the year was going to end this way, I would have been a lot more mentally present that last week. I would have really spent more time enjoying the small things like my walks to class, the random combinations of people encampment at lunch, all the unique people who were in all my classes this year, and a lot of whom had been in my classes over the past 4 years.
I really wish I would have been able to perform our last theater show live on stage. And I also really wish that I could have been able to do the Pops concert for the last time, because it's been my favorite concert for the past 4 years, and I'm just going to really miss that.
Something that I would have done differently if I had known that was going to be the last time I see everybody at school again is just to cherish those last moments and not take them for granted. I don't think I would have done anything differently per se, but I think I would have had a different perspective on those last few days that we had together.
You know, if I knew there's some people that I never seen again, I'd definitely make sure to just really to say bye. I mean, I know there are some people that I'm definitely going to be talking to for the rest of my life, or that I'll definitely try to stay in communication with. But really just have that final conversation rather than leaving a lot of things open-ended.
Hanging out with my friends and spending time with them while I can before we all go to different places for college, because I have friends going across the country, across the globe, and it's hard to think that these are some of my last opportunities to see them and they're being cut short.
I would just reach out to the people that I would sit next to in class for all 4 years that I just neglected to talk to and get to know. I think I would just get to know everybody in my class. I shouldn't be graduating not knowing every single person's name.
I'm bummed that we had to miss our senior pilgrimage.
Well, I would have given everybody a big hug. I miss hugs.
I think what I'm going to miss most about SM is definitely all of the little things, like sprinting up G3 a minute before the bell rings and being all out of breath, painting my faces before game days. I never realized how much I took it for granted. I mean, like, whoever thought I would miss the sound of that bell? I hated the sound of it at school, but now I'd do anything just to hear it again.
One thing I missed out on that I really wish I was able to do would be grad night at Disneyland. I was really looking forward to that because we talked about it all year, but I was very much so looking forward to it this year.
Would have stood in the ETV studio a little bit longer after the show ended. I would have sat in my seat and filmed just for a couple seconds after the bell rang. I would have not raced to my car to get home.
My favorite memory from high school or SM is definitely just getting to play football. Win or loss, I mean, having your family, your friends, your classmates, and really just a school behind you for a whole game, or at least the first half, is a feeling that I'll never take for granted and can't wait to get another 4 years out of.
The 2019 homecoming rally, Wayne and I dressed up as the Scarecrow, and that was both embarrassing but memorable in the best way.
My favorite memory actually is I sang the Oh Holy Night solo. There is no other moment like that. It's very indescribable, but it was an amazing opportunity.
My favorite memory of senior year is hosting the homecoming rally.
Being mascot for a couple games and doing the Vine segment on ETV where I said the beginning of a Vine and somebody would have to finish the Vine. I thought that was fun.
It would be all the lunches I spent in campus ministry, I know that the friendships I made there and strengthened, especially through Kairos, are really going to stay with me for a long time, and I'm really grateful for that.
Playing the Phantom of the Opera in our high school's musical production.
Running the flags at the football game or interviewing the football team and the coach for our biggest rivalry game.
Either leading the student sections or hosting Dear Ty on Thursdays on ETV.
My favorite memory of high school was probably the freshman year welcome dance. Throwing a watermelon off G3. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
My favorite high school memory was before each performance in theater. We'd stand in a circle and hold each other's hands and sing a song. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I don't know, it's the first time I felt like completely part of a community.
I think one thing I'm feeling during this time is just sad because I won't be able to see all my classmates in school again, and I won't be able to have one last class at SM, and it's just sad because everyone's going to be going away.
Restless.
Lost.
Confused.
Uncertain.
Uncertain.
Let down.
It's actually relaxed.
Reflective.
Trapped.
In class of 2020, I leave you with this quote. It is from one of my favorite childhood stories, Peter Pan. It is never say goodbye because saying goodbye means going away, and going away means forgetting. Just because we have to say goodbye to one another and to our high school career does not mean we have to forget all of the memories that have made us into the people we are today.
I mean, to everyone, I'd really just say, hang in there, stay through it. I mean, there's not much that we can do other than just stay apart and really get through this together. We don't have much say in anything that goes on. I mean, it's really out of our control, so just do what you can and hang in there. We'll get through it eventually.
Even though the ending of my high school story isn't exactly getting the fairy tale ending that I was expecting, I'm extremely grateful for every single main character in my life.
Some words of advice I only really have to say is love everyone, because we're all going through this together and it's a difficult time, but we need to support each other through it.
This time has been really difficult for everyone, but it has taught me to take advantage of every moment I have with the people that I love, and that there's nothing in life that you should take for granted.
This is temporary. The way you feel now is not going to be the way you feel forever, so don't worry. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
And we might still get it in July, but I was very much so looking forward to it at the end of this year. Class of 2020, we are relentless.
As St. Paul said in Romans, we also glory in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. And I know that the class of 2020 certainly will have the ability to persevere after this. Our characters are definitely being built during this time, and we will be able to find hope in Christ through any situation.
I know it's hard to see now, but God has a plan. This all happened for a reason, and we need to trust in God's plan, as always.
This is a challenge we are facing not only as a class, but also as a country. We have overcome a lot of obstacles throughout our history, and together we are going to get through this as well.
We don't get to end our senior year the way that we thought we would. I think that we can recognize how much closer we've gotten because of this and how much memorable our senior year is going to be. And here is a reminder of why we should... Okay.
I think in times like this, it's so easy to think, why me? But why us? Why did God choose us to be the graduating class going through this? I think He chose us because we are resilient and perseverant.
We are strong.
Extraordinary.
Hopeful.
Resilient.
Iconic.
Strong.
Courageous.
Strong.
Brave.
Unique.
Ready.
We are together.
We are class of 2020.